How you doing, everybody? Well, that was cheeky of YouTube. That was weird. Um, so I had a title. In my title, I had the words the other way around, and it didn't like that. So I had to change the words around, and then it liked it. Wow. I don't know what the hell's going on here, but anyway. Sorry, I'm just a bit. That was very strange. Apart from all the censorship over the years or whatever. Um, So anyway, I put a video in the description, and I was gonna do this a very while, but then I had other stuff and whatever. I did live stream, and it just it's a thing. Trust me, I just to get the video and then share it with this channel was just I had to type in. I just couldn't be bothered typing there anyway. So anyway, I shared this video in my description of the World One government. Just change the words. Apparently, they don't like that. And you just watch a video because there's clearly people out there that don't still on the fence about stuff. It's okay. It's really okay. So, so America. I just wanted to. This is a statement. This is going to be just straight into a statement made by David Rockefeller. Okay, it's in that video, but I'm going to get the statement offline because I don't know whether channels like that if you play their video. So I just go get the statement thing and stuff. Anyway, so this is a statement that this guy made, this David Rockefeller, right? Industrialist money guy, right? Him and his family, right? So this is what he said. He said, "Some even believe we, the Rockefeller family, are part of a secret cabal working against the best interests of the United States." And then it goes, characterizing his family and him as internationalist and of conspiring with others around the world to build a more integrated global political and economic structure. Huh? One world, if you will. If that's the charge, he says, I stand guilty, and he's proud of it. Okay? So, and that's even in a book made on him, even. But he said that also. And if you find the memoirs of David Rockefeller, it's page 405 of his book. But anyway, if you want to listen to it, it's somewhere. But if you go and play that, then they flag it. But anyway, so yeah, that's very interesting. Very interesting. And isn't it very interesting that there's this, they got all these secret meetings that they have, like the Bilderbergs and all these meetings, right? And they have the World Economic Forum who wants you to eat bugs, right, guys? There's an actual a food place that makes like these. You know how you go on the internet and you buy all this like food delivered to your house. Yeah, they're starting to make bugs in food. But anyway, the reason why I said that is because that's what the WEF, the World Economic Forum, who are not your friends, they actually, the World Economic Forum has sat there and said they've got technology that they can plant information in your brain. So I have to, this is where I'm going because my other video I said all this stuff in a weird, I was saying stuff about technology, but then I went on to online and blah, blah, blah. But so they can plant stuff in your mind and just set you up. They've already said it, it's in a thing. Watch that video, I'll put in the description, please. All right, and you'll understand. So, but there's been Trilateral Commission. There's many of these places, guys, that have sat there and they're talking about your, well, the world, bringing it as one. But they've got these places, right, who want to make the one religion, one world religion, one world government, okay, to control everybody with an army, one world army, one world thing. Did you know? Did you know that the tech people that make an AI have actually come out and said the reason that they're building bunkers and all this shit, like even this Mark Zuckerberg built a bunker, right? These people build bunkers underground so they can try and escape the rapture, or they're trying to the rapture. They're trying to escape the end times that's going to come when this AI goes fully, and that's apparently a real thing that they've done and said. Okay, so that's fucked up because that means that they know. See, these people, these scientists, these head scientists, there was scientists that come out and exposed these frauds a long time ago, but they're all now passed away. And even but people even come out and expose that the C9 thing. They got right. These are scientists and all these people in like microbiology, whatever, in making all these. What would you call them? You would call them like the C19. They made all this stuff in labs, and they've come out and said that they've done this in places, and and anyway, and it's not just the China; it's all the people, okay, that was involved with that. So all countries. So yeah, those people years ago were right. You know, all these people, those theories are correct. Okay, very scary. It's very scary stuff, man. Because that's the new world that's coming. They want you to be obedient, little slaves, and they want you to shut the F up. Basically, these people want to. See, this is funny because the Georgia Guidestone thing had something written on it and it's blown up. It's gone now. Okay? Now go and look that up. I'll try and put, if you don't know what that is, I'll put that in the description. Yeah, they don't want billions of people around, guys. They only want 500 million people. Okay? There's a city out there. It's called, I can't remember the name. I should have wrote it down. But in this city, there's no people in it. Okay? There's enough room for 200,000 people or something. Okay, that's an actual city. That's a sustainable. What would you call that city? A city of the future, a whatever. But anyway, just real quick, because people wonder how does this even happen, right? But these politicians that are in now around the world are all part of leaders of the world. Like they're all young leaders of the world, and they all went to these conferences since they were young, and they were chosen to become the people that implement all this sort of stuff. Okay, so do you know there's these like cities that are going to become these like how do you call it? They called it a they're going to become these smart cities, right? And all this is going to be really shocking, but some of these cities have had major fires, right? Floods, right where they want to put these smart cities. Nobody was going to sell their properties to these fucking lunatics, and now their houses and all that gone. All the way from LA to Hawaii to Brisbane to everywhere. They said the sunshine goes, but Brisbane got flooded a long time ago, and so did in Melbourne got a big bushfire years and years ago. Now, this is that's all part of it. Even the coming out and saying about the UFOs or UAP or whatever, They're going to come out and say that's real. All that. This is all part of it. Okay. Even the this is going to be people are going, but how can this happen when we're all sick? We can all just stop it. Really, I don't. How are you going to stop it? Since now, hear me out. This is going to be. I'm going to get. This is quite aggressive here. Not as in whatever, but you do know that why they put fluoride in the water. I don't want to hear people come on and say, "Oh, that's a good thing for the water." No, they put it in there to keep you docile, and so you'll just not even ask questions because you won't even know what's really happening because it actually takes away your ability to have thoughts, proper thoughts. It dociles you like it's basically like Sudafed or these drugs. It's got these certain not Sudafed, but it's a certain drug that's in. Okay? This is true. So people want to know why so I'm a truther. Do you understand? So anyhow, so I'll get back to this. So go watch that video in the description. Oh, sorry, it's in my posts. In my post. I'll try and put it in this description too. Okay. Yeah. It's very interesting. It's very, very exciting. Good stuff. Sub to that channel if you want. He's a Christian guy, so Sling and Stone. It's a good channel, and I'll try and put other ones in there. But these young guys, so younger than me, what I'm saying, they just like to share information and stuff that they find that's basically going against everything that you. It's basically they're showing that you're basically going to be controlled and everything in the future, right? As well. And now they want to take away God from your thing. So, and anyway, it's been happening for years, guys, slowly deteriorating, and that's why they chucked all this stupid stuff on for 20 years. That's why everything was put in place, music, everything. The people that make movies won't. You go and look, they took God out of it, and they've thrown in this satanic shit now, all the way up to music, movies, entertainment. It's all mixed with all the fluoride and all the shit. Everybody just believes the crap that they hear on the news, on telly, on everywhere. I'm not talking just for telly, I'm talking about everywhere. And they teach absolute crap in school now. Okay? So, the poor kids, that's all you should be thinking about the future. Children actually having to fucking put up this shit going online and seeing the most dumbest shit. But the shit they teach in school is not good. Like, I mean, it's good, the counting and all that, but they get these in these lessons and I should know. I've got family that are teachers who want to quit at some point in the future. But anyway, so I just wanted to. I had to change the title, like I was saying, because it didn't want me to. I wasn't allowed to go live until I checked. It was very strange. I've never seen that before. Yeah, it was weird. It said no, you no live streaming. Nope. I went, wow. So I went back, changed it, and it's like, yep, it's all good. You're good to go. Yeah, so I shared it on my community page posts. That's what I meant by posts. That video, Sling and Stone. But I'll put it in the description because I think I've said description so many times, but I meant the post. But anyway. Oh, there's so much I can say. So much I can say. So little time. Plants that are being put there. online and everywhere in society. There's so many plants. One guy who I thought was a complete plant, who might have just said, fuck it, whether he was a plant or not. Right, and this guy's way out there. This guy says there might be reptilians running it. He's way out there. David Icke, right? He's totally way. I just listened to this thing on him, and he just said, absolutely fuck everything. This British guy is just done. He's sick of. He just can't believe the plants that have been put there. Like he's just. But I do have to say, this guy's been going around trying to tell people for years. Not the reptile stuff's a bit, out there. But it's interesting, the theories of that from other people too. It's just interesting how then they show stuff on that's been recorded, and people. I just find that part very interesting. But this other stuff he says is goddamn is pretty brutal. And because I was given a couple of his books and stuff, he wrote many books, and yeah, the system that's been put in place is pretty big. Now, I'm hearing people go on about like politicians, and now sort of it's very weird. I can't handle that politician thing. You gotta understand that your politicians have no say over the matter, and they'll do what they're told, all right, by other forces. But it's basically tech money is the first, but it's tech money and industrial businessmen and many other groups that control the shit. And it's not like this Trump thing's really. I mean, never heard many people say this shit about Biden, which is strange. But Biden's a puppet, like literal puppet. I showed it years ago. He fucking went to scratch his nose and his like mask, and that's no shit. I could show. That's one of the ones that didn't. I took it down before it got taken down offline. I'll show you. He pulled his nose and his mask, he come on. Guys, they're showing a lot of this stuff, and it's pretty scary stuff, because it might not be the real guy, because apparently he had COVID. Oh, shit, I just said he apparently had that thing, yeah. And he was like pretty much gone years and years ago when that come around. And suddenly he's wheeled out in this thing, and like he's coming out and he's walking differently and all this stuff. And they showed this where he's at this conference where it's like the reporters weren't there, or he wasn't there. It was like this microphone it was all just fake, the whole thing. I'll try and put that in the post or community page too. Okay, everyone's been played. Anyway, I'll stop dribbling on here because apparently I just dribble on. But anyway, so there's many other stuff that I'm going to get into, but I don't want to get flagged. So I don't want to go through like having to email people about if I can play this stuff after they strike you or whatever. It's just, I don't think people would, but they will, some. I'm not saying any of the ones put in the script in the community page, but anyway, who knows? Yeah, just talking about stuff might get you struck or whatever. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there. Take care.